So, Journey Together booster boxes have just made a move above $200, and now they're selling for $220. And guess what? We are still a full month away from the set being released. This is pretty ridiculous. Surging Sparks only hit MSRP on pre order. This, as it is right now, it's already $60 above MSRP, and we're a month out. And this is the set that has a good amount of hate. A lot of people saying it's mid, a lot of people saying it's trash, that they're skipping it. Well, guess what? I mean, I don't even blame you for skipping it because it's at 220 bucks. So just think about what future sets are going to be like, ones that aren't as, you could say, hated on, because like I said, there's a lot of hate for this set. I think you guys know. And this is at 220. So obviously, the people that are hating on it, saying it's dumb, saying that the cards suck, saying that the set's too small, that it just everything's trash about it. This is a perfect example. The market doesn't care, because these wouldn't be this expensive if that was the mass sentiment about this set. But the people who have buying power, the people that are buying all this stuff, they think it's worth it. Now, I'm not telling you guys it's worth it, but the market, they're buying it. And when you look at the sales volume, it's so consistently strong with the Journey Together. Like, look at this whole graph. Look how consistent this is. And recently, as you can see here, the prices did jump up to now 220. What happened to the sales volume? Absolutely nothing. It stayed the exact same as it was when it was just 200 a week ago, and before that was like 190. People in this space, either this could be the whole FOMO thing, I haven't used that word in a while, or it could just be people who have money. Because personally with me, I will not be buying any booster box on pre-order for this price. For me, I already have my Journey Together pre-ordering for booster boxes. I don't have that much. I bought whatever I could. I bought for under MSRP. Hopefully I still get them. But I wouldn't pay 220. Because for this to be worth it as an investment, this would have to go see crazy numbers. Because at 220, to even make money, if you want to invest, right, off this stuff, maybe you want to do some short-term thing. If you're going to sell on eBay or something, all the fees and everything, this box, for it to be worth it, to make a little bit of money, would probably have to go above 300 bucks for it to be worth it. Now, is that possible in this market? Sure. But I really do think, and I stand by this, that prices will drop a decent amount on release. I think, this. I feel like, I don't know, the scalping for the set seems like it's not going to be as bad, but I could be definitely wrong because of just how this market is, and especially the prices. Because Prismatic Evolutions was kind of, I guess it was predictable that it was going to get scalped like crazy because EVs and everything. But this one, it feels a little bit different. It's a main set too, so it could be something too where it just doesn't seem like it's going to get as crazy, like scalped and everything like Prismatic was. But I could be wrong. I mean, it seems like there's a lot of money to be made even with this main set, because booster boxes are 220 bucks, which, if you compare it to what Surging Sparks is right now, it's only $40 less than Surging Sparks, and now Surging Sparks is, I believe, around like 4 months old. So yeah, Journey Together has just hit another, high at 220 bucks, and people are paying for it, because I guess people just have money, or just, I don't know, people think it's worth that much. But for me, I wouldn't be buying at 220. That's just my advice. But yeah, I would just say MSRP. Honestly, that seems like a decent thing to say now. But yeah, 220. I don't know how much higher it's going to go on pre-order. This seems already high enough. I mean, it's 60 bucks above MSRP. I don't know. I don't see this going much higher because, this set, I think it's good, but I don't think it's going to be as crazy as, like Prismatic or anything like that. So the prices you're going to have to pay right now, let me do the math on this, for price per pack. So 220 divided by 36, that's $6 a pack. MSRP is like 450, so it's like $1.50 more per pack, above MSRP. Still $6. It's like, it's expensive, right? Because a booster box being 220 bucks is expensive, but it's like, there's sets that are like Prismatic where it's like $13 a pack. So when you put things in perspective, things look very different, right? With Prismatic, it's like $13 a pack. This means $6.50 a pack. I know, one's a specialty set, one's a main set, but that kind of shows something, right? Even though this is expensive, it's not like as crazy as some other sets like Prismatic, but I still want to buy it because I really think at 220 it's really not worth it. Because if you spend like another $20, you can buy Silver Tempest booster boxes, you can buy Astral Radiance. It's at 220 for a box like this. It's really, for an investing wise like perspective, I wouldn't do it. Just everything else in general too. The Elite Trainer boxes being $90. It's so, I mean, it's very possible these prices are just here to stay. But I really feel like, especially for the Elite Trainer boxes being literally like double MSRP, I think that's crazy for a normal Elite Trainer box for a main set. But I've heard from people that there are supply issues or something, maybe possibly components for Elite Trainer boxes, and apparently a lot of people really aren't getting that many of them. And these have pretty strong sales too, even at $90. You can see how many people are buying these. So the market has decided that it's worth this much. And regardless of how many people whine about the prices being too expensive and scalpers and everybody, I mean, according to, the data we have here with the market, people don't care about all that stuff. People will pay, and that's why, for sets like Prismatic, Journey Together, and Destined Rivals, if you want to even do anything in this market and invest or buy anything, you can't listen to those people because MSRP, I'm telling you, is so irrelevant now because nothing's going to be MSRP at least for the next few sets. So, just everything right now. For Journey Together is super overpriced. You can't find pre-orders anywhere. Just everything is, you can't buy any of this stuff because it's ridiculous. So just wanted to talk about, the booster boxes and just them hitting $220 because I am really surprised it jumped that much. But, obviously pre-order prices are definitely going to be a lot higher than what they actually are going to be on release. It is going to drop. 100% is going to drop. So I wouldn't buy, like I've mentioned before, my biggest advice would be just to wait until the set drops and buy on the dip if you want to get in, because I don't think anywhere really right now has anything up for pre-orders, and if they do, it's at market price, and I really wouldn't buy at market price. Now, when you look at the set, I've always said it's getting hated for no reason. I understand some of the critique you could say with this set, it being small, but other than that, especially in this mark and stuff, there's some good cards. These are good cards. Especially the illustration rares. I feel like the illustration rares in the set are very strong. So I don't see where all the hate is coming from. I've always said the set, I just perceive it to be a pretty good one. I don't think it's going to be anything, like crazy. I think Surging Sparks might still be a little bit more valuable because, the Pikachu is still like $450, $500. Obviously this is going to be the card to be the most expensive one. I don't know how expensive it's going to get on this, on the English side. I know on the Japanese side, though, trainer cards, tend to be a little bit more expensive because I guess that's not like a market in Japan, like it's a stronger market than here. That's what I've heard. So it is possible maybe it won't get as crazy. So, just considering those factors, I don't think this is worth the price set now. Just because, think about it. Surging Sparks is 4 months old. It's only $260 and has a $450 card. Will this set have a card that expensive? I don't know. So it's really tough to really know how to like buy stuff now, especially with these new sets. It seems like when things are expensive, it just gets even more expensive. Like when things were $190, now they're $220. Even at $190, it's all hindsight. That still wasn't a good buy in my opinion. It was like $30 above MSRP. It didn't seem like it was a good deal, right? And I still don't think it's a good deal. Now it's at $220. And it's even worse, right? And like I said, we're still a month out from the release of the set. So I can just imagine what this is going to be like in a month from now. Is it just going to stabilize here? Maybe prices don't go up until it gets released. Very possible because a booster box getting this expensive a month out is ridiculous in my opinion. I didn't think it was going to jump like this, but I think just all the supply just got bought out for 190s, and then the next listing was 220. Then everybody started buying, and then anybody else that was wanting to list, like stores, they probably just listed it at market. And this is how this stuff works. But I will still say, don't buy this stuff at 220. It will drop 100% on release, just like every single set has. To the degree what it's gonna drop, I don't know. I really thought this was gonna drop to MSRP on release, but now that we have this price jump to 220, I'm starting to not really feel like that's gonna be the case. we will have to see what happens, obviously. But and at this point, I don't think it's going to happen anymore, because that means it's going to have to drop $60. I don't know if that's going to happen in this market. And I don't know who is going to even try to undercut and sell that below under market price when, I mean, just this market's so strong and so many people are willing to pay these prices for these products. So, yeah, Journey Together, this is just an update on the price of the booster boxes, and they've just hit 220. And that's all I wanted to talk about. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you in the next one.